So you join us at Tynecastle in the heart of Edinburgh. Welcome to the 2020-21 MG ALBA SWF Annual Awards. I'm Jane Dougal, and usually for these awards I'm standing in front of 400 people from across Scotland wearing a pretty dress. But while we can't use our traditional awards format this year, it's important that we continue to celebrate and showcase the successes within girls and women's football. That's what this special award show is all about. We're here at Tynecastle Park this year, given the memorable moments it has provided for the game. While you watch them back, we'll head pitchside. We want to say a huge thank you to all of our sponsors this evening who are on screen, but we'd like to give a special mention to MG ALBA. The 2020-21 season saw BBC ALBA broadcast a record 18 live SWPL 1 matches at a time when visibility was vital for the game. They also continue to support these awards, helping to ensure it's an annual tradition in the calendar. Let's hear more from Director of Multi-Platform Content for MG ALBA, Ishbel McTaggart.
Thank you, Jane, and thank you to you all for joining us to mark what's been an absolutely extraordinary year. It is MG ALBA's third year of sponsorship, and as I say, it's been extraordinary. It's been one of unprecedented tests for all of you, and the fact that the women's game has emerged stronger is testament to the fortitude and the tenacity that underpin the foundations of the game. I want to pay particular thanks to the commitment and to the resilience of the Scottish women's football team, past and present, to Lorna, to Robert, to Vivian and to Fiona. And we at MG ALBA are delighted to continue the sponsorship. We view it as a partnership, and I think this past year has exemplified that. It's one that we see as important to growing the game with all of you. We're proud from the perspective of our broadcast coverage with BBC ALBA. We're proud to be working with all of you to showcase all of you at your very best and all of your extraordinary achievements, both in the live coverage from a broadcast perspective and also in the halftime features and in our new Scottish Women's Sports Show 360 and with our partnership working with BBC Scotland. It continues to be a real privilege to work with all of you to grow the profile of Scottish women's football and to amplify all of your voices and all of your stories and ensure that the place of women and girls in Scottish society is articulated and is staked out. So we're really looking forward to the future with you. We're looking forward to working with Scottish women's football. We're looking forward to working with Nemeton, who are a brilliant BBC ALBA production partner, and in particular to Margot McCoig, who heads up that team with all her creative flair and experience and passion for the game. Really looking forward to working with Eileen as the new Chief Executive of Scottish Women's Football and with all of you, because I think together as a partnership with all of our commitment, all of our collective energy and that fortitude and that tenacity, there's nothing we can't achieve. So thank you very much. Thank you. Good luck to you all, and back to you, Jane.
Now, before we get to the awards, we haven't played as much football as we might have liked this year, but the SWF have worked incredibly hard to make sure that players get back playing. Let's hear it from the chair of SWF and member of the awards panel, Vivian McLaren.
Falcha, welcome to the 2021 MG ALBA Scottish Women's Football Annual Awards. Tonight's show is a mix of emotions. We're disappointed that we can't safely bring everyone together for a traditional awards dinner. There's no hiding from the fact that the past year has been a complex period for everyone, for SWF, players, officials, volunteers, parents and guardians, with the COVID restrictions resulting in less girls and women's football. It has certainly been the most challenging period in my tenure as chair of SWF, but watching clubs come together to support each other and their communities through such a difficult time has been really inspiring. There are, however, many reasons to be optimistic and to celebrate what we did manage to achieve this year. Thanks to the work of so many dedicated people, girls and women are able to play again at all levels, and competitive structured football has either returned or is on the horizon for all of us. I think I can safely speak for everyone involved in our game when I say that we won't take football for granted ever again. One of the biggest tasks presented to the SWF board over this period was finding a new CEO. We were thrilled by the calibre of applications we received and were delighted to appoint former MSP and Minister for Public Health and Sport, Aileen Campbell. The SWF board are excited by this appointment, and it was fantastic to see that excitement shared in reaction to this news. Aileen begins her tenure early next month, and I hope everyone will continue to welcome her into our game. Looking at the action on the pitch, at the top level of our game, we managed to see the completion of the 2021 season for both SWPL 1 and SWPL 2. Glasgow City were triumphant on a spectacular final day of the SWPL 1 season, lifting the trophy in front of a capacity crowd at Broadwood Stadium. There were also scenes of celebration not too far down the road at the Pennycar Stadium, as Celtic secured their place in the UEFA Women's Champions League as league runners-up. In SWPL 2, it was a successful battle by SWF, the clubs and the relevant committees to get the season completed. In the end, it meant that Aberdeen could be crowned champions with a couple of games to spare. However, the battle for promotion to SWPL 1 went down to the last day. Hamilton Academical eventually prevailed ahead of Partick Thistle and Dundee United after a phenomenal run at the end of the season. The resumption and completion of SWPL 2 was always the goal, but I know the incredible effort that was required from the clubs, players and team staff to complete the season with an extremely tight schedule. Thank you to all of you. I want to congratulate all the players and officials in both leagues for ensuring the 2021 season was completed. The Scottish Women's Football League and the Highlands and Islands League were also able to start their 2021 seasons with a condensed fixture schedule, and I'd like to wish everyone involved the very best for the rest of the year, and I look forward to celebrating your successes over the coming months. While there have been challenges on the pitch, the COVID pandemic has also seen our game face challenges off the pitch too. everyone has had to adapt to new ways of working, but thanks to the hard work and planning within SWF, new opportunities have arisen. Online meetings and adapting to emerging digital technologies have allowed SWF to connect with committees, leagues, clubs, teams and players in ways that we've never done before. As a members association, engagement is so important, and using these tools will allow us to continue collaborating with those involved in the game. The annual in-person meetings in Stirling are hopefully a thing of the past. The SWF Youth Review started in late June and is an example of SWF's continuation of new ways of working. The initial review was delayed due to the pandemic, but we've now begun a comprehensive consultation and review process with key stakeholders that will analyse and assess the youth game in its current format and make recommendations on how to improve the game moving forward. This has or will involve club surveys, steering groups, regional meetings and player feedback. In particular, this will be the first time SWF has directly engaged with our younger players with the assistance of our Child Wellbeing and Protection Officer through the introduction of our Player Youth Forum. It's a really exciting development that will allow SWF to hear directly from young players in the game and ensure their voices are heard when planning for the future. We look forward to presenting the findings of the review before the end of this year. With the game growing rapidly before the COVID pandemic, there was concern about the impact on our game with regards to fan engagement. That is why visibility has been such a focus for us during the last 18 months. I want to take this opportunity to thank BBC ALBA, BBC Scotland, the various media outlets and the clubs for their support in this area. Firstly, I want to thank BBC Sports Scotland, who provided live coverage of one SWPL 1 match every Sunday during the 2021 season. This was then expanded with the first ever dedicated Scottish women's football highlight show on BBC Scotland when the SWPL 1 season restarted. I think I speak for everyone in the game when I say this was a huge milestone. It showcased the entire league on a regular basis, ensuring visibility at a vital time and building a new audience for the women's game. I want to give a massive thank you to our broadcast partners, BBC ALBA, who have provided us with historic coverage this season. They covered a record 18 SWPL 1 matches, including one game every round when the SWPL 1 season restarted. To see our game broadcast at such a high quality and on a regular basis helped to build the drama and excitement of what was an amazing season. BBC ALBA have continued to provide exceptional coverage of our game, and there's no doubt have played their part in what was a hugely successful season. I want to thank MG ALBA for their continued support to the game through these awards, alongside our other sponsors, Scottish Building Society and SHAP. Their support at such a difficult time for the game was so important for SWF and our clubs. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the Scottish Football Partnership, James Anderson, and the incredibly generous anonymous donor who has also provided vital financial assistance during the COVID pandemic. Tonight's show is a special occasion. It's an opportunity to look back on the season past and celebrate the successes in our game. I want to congratulate all the nominees and wish them all the best. No matter who wins, I hope we agree that the future is and remains bright for the girls and women's game here in Scotland. Back to you, Jane.
Great to hear from Ishbel and Vivian there. Well, we start this show with the only two awards that we knew in advance, the Scottish Building Society SWPL 1 and 2 Top Goalscorer Awards. Let's have a look at the highlights for these Golden Boot winners.
SWPL 1 Top Goalscorer. Sponsored by Scottish Building Society. Lizzie Arnott, Rangers FC, with 16 goals. SWPL 2 Top Goalscorer. sponsored by Scottish Building Society. Bailey Hutchison, Aberdeen FC, with 21 goals.
As every striker will tell you, getting the ball in the back of the net is the most important thing. Now, the next award is the Lockdown Hero. This is a new award which highlights the various work that was conducted by individuals throughout the country during the COVID pandemic. Let's take a look at the nominees and find out the winner.
Lockdown Hero. Sponsored by Recognition Express. Gail Hawthorne. Ryan Taylor. Sarah Herd. Lockdown Hero, sponsored by Recognition Express.
Some excellent nominees. The winner of the Recognition Express Lockdown Hero Award is Sarah Herd of East Fife.
I don't actually have the words. It was just honestly such a shock to hear that I'd been nominated for something that, you know, so many people have done so many things through lockdown and kept people going. And I think at times having things like this has been genuinely the difference between life and death. So if I've made the difference to one person that felt that they could nominate me, let alone to a full team or a community, I'd honestly just be honoured. Yeah, lockdown imposed a lot of challenges. First of all, it stopped games immediately, but I think when you've experienced lockdown as long as we all have now, I think you realised actually it wasn't just about the playing and the winning games. And I think we all thought, oh right, we're going to get a wee break here, it's going to be 2 weeks, we'll come back fitter. And as time went on, you know, motivation was beginning to go. So with COVID taking that away, a lot of us maybe lost, you know, friends, people to talk to, engaging in something that's a coping strategy, but largely took us away from people that are actually supportive, a game that we love and a place that would keep us safe for 3 times a week. And when we're on that pitch, nothing touches us, and COVID took all of that away from us. We had to overcome it somehow, but I'm not very tech savvy, so had to ask a lot of the younger ones for advice. But what we started doing is we started off slowly with 2 challenges a week, where I would fork out, you know, some pennies for some prizes to motivate them to get part, because I know a lot of the younger ones will be embarrassed with doing things online. So we do things like keep you up challenges, getting the tea bag and the cup and things, and then we went to more positivity challenges where you would select a photo from a positive moment in sport or a happy moment from you playing. So really it was encouraging participation and not about who's done the most or who's the best, so it would be picked at random. And then we extended to on every single Tuesday night we did an online fitness session, and then on a Thursday night we would also do like a online games night, and then lastly on a Sunday as well we would do a quiz with prizes. So just inspiring little things to look forward to. If anything, I feel that COVID actually brought us closer together because we had to be creative, we had to do things differently. But now it's all about getting the girls back on that field and being together as a team and having that sense of belonging and community, because that's the thing that's been missing. And if anything can be highlighted, COVID has highlighted how much we are a family, we are a team, and we're girls that want to just play the sport we love, but together specifically with East Fife.
Such incredible and inspirational work. We have moved inside and we are now in the Hearts home dressing room because we're going to move on now to the Youth Player of the Year award. This goes to a player aged 17 or younger who has shown a high standard of skill whilst contributing for their team. Let's take a look at the nominees and see who the winner is.
Youth Player of the Year. Sponsored by Sports Scotland. Ailey Adams. Tegan Browning. London Pollard. Eva Thompson. Youth Player of the Year. Sponsored by Sports Scotland.
Hello, I'm Mel Young, Chair of Sports Scotland. Sports Scotland is proud to sponsor Youth Player of the Year again at the Scottish Women's Football Annual Awards. Before I announce the winner, I'd like to give huge congratulations to all the nominees and to everybody playing their part in a fantastic 2020-21 season. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. I can announce the winner of the 2020-21 Youth Player of the Year, sponsored by Sports Scotland, is Ailey Adams.
Yeah, to win it would be massive for me personally, and it wouldn't be possible without obviously all my coaches, the support from them and my teammates who have helped me massively this season, helped me on and off the pitch being such a young player. So yeah, I would just say a massive thank you to everyone that's kind of supported me and helped me throughout the season. So yeah, thank you, I guess. It's been very difficult balancing everything. I think especially this year has been so weird with obviously coronavirus and stuff, so I think especially during the period where we had our midweek games and it was all because the season was slightly it got slightly messed up in a way. I think when we had the midweek games I was doing my higher exams, so that was extremely hard, but I did have study leave, so that helped a lot, and I just had to make sure that when I wasn't training, I was doing my studying. My favourite moment would probably be scoring against Glasgow City. Despite the fact we lost that game, for me that was a massive personal achievement. Scoring against Scotland's #1 goalie, Leigh Alexander, for me that's massive, and the champions. So that or scoring against Hearts, because it's the derby game and you always want to score against the rivals, so yeah, either one of them probably. Yeah, finishing fourth for us, it was, we wanted to be in the top three, but for us with the changes in the league in terms of the financial changes to Rangers, Celtic and Glasgow City, it was always going to be hard, and I think the start of the season maybe it was a bit of a shock to us, but as the season went on I think we really improved, and we didn't want the season to stop because we kind of got on this run and we were doing well and getting wins and stuff. So hopefully next season we can aim to finish in the top three and better what we've done this season. It is a big step up from playing youth football, but one that I've really enjoyed and relished, and hopefully I can take what I've learned this season playing against these experienced players into next season and keep improving, because stepping outside of my comfort zone again hopefully makes me a better player. So yeah, I've really enjoyed that.
Great to see so much young talent coming through in Scotland. We're back up in the main stand in Tynecastle for our next award, which is the Kat Lindner Award for Outstanding Academic and Athletic Achievement. This is in memory of the wonderful Kat Lindner, who excelled both on and off the field. This award goes to an individual who shows or has shown both academic and athletic excellence whilst both studying and playing in Scotland. Let's find out who this year's winner is.
The Kat Lindner Award for Outstanding Academic and Athletic Achievement.
Hi everyone, my name's Laura Montgomery. I'm delighted to say that I'm here today to present the Kat Lindner Award, which goes to the Outstanding Academic and Athletic Achievement in Scottish Women's Football. The Kat Lindner Award exists in memory of former player Katrina Lindner, who was my partner. Kat was renowned as being one of the very best players to ever play in Scotland, and she managed to achieve all of this whilst at the same time achieving an top level undergraduate degree, postgrad, PhD, and then went on to be one of the leading academics in her field. So it takes a lot to be a footballer and give your discipline and everything you can, but at the same time achieve equally as well off the field in your studies. So I'm delighted to say that this year's winner of the Kat Lindner Award goes to Kirsten Riley of Rangers.
I'm really happy and proud to win this award. I've put a lot of work in, both on the pitch and off the pitch. I have to balance my studies and my football together, so to be recognised as doing that really well in the leagues in Scotland, it's a real honour to win that award. I've heard a lot about Kat Lindner from when she was playing and stuff from different people. Even McDonald speaks very highly of her, so I'm really proud to win it. So after I finished high school, I went over to America to study on a football scholarship for 4 years. I got a Bachelor of Science in Maths, and obviously alongside that I was playing football at collegiate level. It was great, like learning different culture and stuff. I was based down in Alabama, so that was very different to Scotland, but balancing football and studies was pretty tough, but I feel like when I was over there, the university really helps.
The reason we have this award is I think, there's been many females over the years, in our sport that have managed to do this, and it takes incredible discipline to do so. Being a professional footballer or whether even you do it on an amateur level, all our players in our league train, as professionals, their time, their commitment, how they eat, how they train, the time they get up in the morning, and to combine that as well with, also studying, to achieve great things does take incredible discipline and really, really good balance.
At Rangers, I'm in 5 times a week, 4 training sessions, 1 game, so my schedule's pretty busy, and then I commute through, so it's an hour and a half each way, so it is a long journey, but I like to listen to podcasts and stuff as well, so I can learn on the drive. There's not much else I can do, so I do that, but then once I've finished my training, I'll come home, I'll eat and stuff, and then I'll start studying, and I just enjoy it, like, it just keeps me busy.
The opportunities exist now to play professional in our country, but we all know that you can't be a professional footballer forever. You do have to have a career beyond that, and most people go into higher education straight after school or in their 20s, and I think that's vitally important, because when you do retire, potentially in your early, late 30s, you want to have a successful career beyond your football. So I think delving into higher education and academia allows you to do so.
Right now I'm studying a psychology degree at Open University, so it's very different to my maths and sports management that I've previously studied. I'm not entirely sure myself what route I want to finally go down. So now that there's a lot more opportunity in Scotland to become a professional footballer, it is important to focus on your football, but also focus on the education side of it. You never know if you'll get that opportunity or not, but if you don't, you've got a backup, but if you do, you've also got a backup for once you're finished. So it's really important to stick in at school, university, college, whatever you decide to do, and just have 2 or more different aspects of life that you can focus on.
I'm always very emotional at this point, because it's obviously in memory of Kat, and once again delighted to Scottish Women's Football for having this award in her memory. So yeah, it means the world to me that her memory kind of lives on, and people remember her not just for the outstanding footballer she was, but also for the outstanding academic.
The Kat Lindner Award for Outstanding Academic and Athletic Achievement.
A deserved winner indeed. Now, anyone who's played any sport can probably think of a coach who's helped inspire them, that one person who's made a difference in their sporting life. Well, that brings us on nicely to the SWPL Coach of the Year. There are 4 nominees in this category. Let's remind ourselves of them and see who the winner is.
SWPL Coach of the Year. Fran Alonso. Scott Booth. Brian Graham. Emma Hunter. SWPL Coach of the Year.
An excellent set of nominees there. The winner of the SWPL Coach of the Year is, for the 2nd year in a row, it's Scott Booth.
Yeah, I think it would be fantastic to win. It's always good to win things. No one says no to that. And yeah, it would be, for me, I suppose, that if people have voted to have me win this, and for the people that have organised it, I would just say a big thank you. And you know, it's a pleasure. It was a fantastic season given all the circumstances, and I think our club pulled through again, and it would be for them.
It is over! Almost 6 months to the week.
Yeah, it definitely has been a very strange and different season, and I suppose as a coach you just have to try your best to give the players a platform to be able to perform, and I think that has been very, very difficult. But again, you've got to give the players credit, because you know, they've come off of times where they've had to work on their own for long spells, and then they eventually are able to come back in, but maybe in small groups, and then they come back in as a unit, and that unit's maybe different because there's new players to be incorporated. And I think from that perspective, our team and club did particularly well this season. It's been quite tricky, but you know, as a club, we really pride ourselves on being able to integrate players as quickly as possible, and the players that are here and have been here really help within that. You know, we have one of our key values is togetherness, and I think the players 100% showed that this season, that they were able to gel together very, very quickly and enjoy playing with each other. And I think when you have a tight season and under these circumstances that we've played it, I think that's really important. A winning mentality is important when you want to win things, and I think that, you know, we have players at the club that have been at the club for a number of years and have continually won competitions, and that mentality rubs off on other players, and we make sure that in the training environment that there's that type of mentality to be winners, and if you work hard enough on that does then come through into your matches whenever they are. I love working with the players. Some of the little things are the most important. Just a little chat with a player for 30 seconds before they start their session, or in the middle of a session, 3 or 4 words, and then winning together. I think that those 2 things are really important to me.
Coach is so important for the development of the game. We're in the main stand at Tynecastle, where in 2019 more than 3,000 fans watched the Scottish Cup final between Hibs and Glasgow City. Feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? The next award is the MG ALBA International Player of the Year. This award is to recognise a Scotland women's national team player who has excelled for the national team during the last year. Let's find out the winner.
MG ALBA International Player of the Year. Sponsored by MG ALBA.
There were an incredible list of candidates this year for the MG ALBA International Player of the Year award. And I'm really proud to announce that the winner is Caroline Weir of Manchester City.
Hi everyone, it's Caroline Weir here, footballer for Man City and Scotland. I hope you're all having a great night. I'm currently out in Japan, about to play in the Olympics next week for Team GB, so it's pretty full on and exciting. I would just like to say thank you so much for choosing me to be the MG ALBA International Player of the Year. It's been a really exciting season for me at Man City and of course Scotland, and yeah, hopefully there's more to come next season. So thanks very much. I hope you're all having a great night, and yeah, thanks again.
MG ALBA International Player of the Year. Sponsored by MG ALBA.
Very well done indeed. Now, who knows more about football than the fans? Well, it's now time for the two awards which you, the public, decided. We start with the save of the season. Where would we be without those safe hands of our keepers? Let's rewatch the wonder saves and confirm the winner.
Scottish women's football save of the season. Lee Alexander. Lauren Grant. Rachel Harrison. Chloe Logan. Chloe Logan. Charlotte Parker Smith. Scottish women's football save of the season.
Here we go, on to save of the season. The save that received the highest number of public votes is Charlotte Parker-Smith, Heart of Midlothian.
Wow, so impressive. The next award, decided by the public vote, is the goal of the season. Let's remind ourselves of those worldies and find out the winner.
Scottish Women's Football Goal of the Season. Amy Bullock. Lauren Davidson. MT Gardner. Kirsty Howitt. Kathleen McGovern. Mickey. Zoe Ness. Kate Nicholson. Donna Patterson. Sarah Teagarden. Scottish Women's Football Goal of the Season.
Wow, what a category. The Goal of the Season winner, as voted by you, is Amy Bullock, Partick Thistle.
And then right wing, and then, yeah. See, that's how you get the goals. We are back in the home dressing room at Tynecastle because we're going to move on now to the SWPL 2 Player of the Year award. There are 4 nominees in this category. Let's remind ourselves of who they are and find out the winner.
SWPL 2 Player of the Year. Claire Docherty. Josephine Giard. Bailey Hutchison. Robin Smith. SWPL 2 Player of the Year.
Another incredible set of nominees. The 2021 SWPL 2 Player of the Year is Bailey Hutchison of Aberdeen FC.
It would mean a lot. It's been a tough year for everyone, but yeah, to get the double promotion, it would just be the cherry on top to win the SPL 2 Player of the Year. But yeah, the promotion, I'm happy enough with that. The winner, Player of the Year, would just be a boost. It's been a long 2 years. The club set us a target to try and get back up to SPL 1, where we think we belong as a club. Obviously, it's a great feeling to back-to-back promotions. It just feels unreal. I'm so proud of the team and just everyone. just everyone behind like the boards and everything, it's just been unreal. We've developed a lot as a team. To think at the very start how our building from the back, it's just got even better and better, and our whole play, and every player's developed and everyone's just become a lot more mature. We're a really young side, but we show a lot of maturity to come back from those defeats. Like even today when we were 2-1 down, to come back and win 4-2 is just unreal, and I'm so proud of the team. Obviously there's not a lot of players around here. Around the Central Belt it's easy to get signings, but not many players around here want to travel up to Aberdeen, so it's really hard to get those new players in. But yeah, obviously I'm proud. I'm proud of everyone. I'm proud of being back up where we belong. So yeah, we want to challenge the likes of Rangers and Celtic who are putting money into it. Yeah, I think we have a good team. I think if we just take this week's rest and we just get back into pre-season and get our heads down and focus, I think we can do pretty well. We're not obviously aiming to win the league, but obviously just finish mid-table, maybe higher, just push as far as we can because we're a good side, we deserve it.
Many congratulations. Right, to the top tier now. And what an exciting final day of the season, wasn't it? Right down to the last game. Well, it's now time for the SWPL One Player of the Year award. There are 4 nominees in this category. Let's have a reminder and see who the winner is.
SWPL One Player of the Year. Lee Alexander. Leah Eddy. Lisa Robertson. Janine Van Wyck. SWPL One Player of the Year.
And now to reveal the winner of the SWPL One Player of the Year. This year's award goes to Celtic FC's Lisa Robertson.
If the envelope was to be opened, it was my name on it, I'd be absolutely buzzing because there's so many great players in this league, so it would actually be an honour, and obviously it would be thanks to everyone who's selected me and who's put me up for the award. Yeah, it's a really good feeling, and obviously it's nice to be recognised because there's loads of great players in the league, so yeah, really happy. It's been a really good season for Celtic. Obviously qualifying for Champions League is massive. It's massive for every girl and it's massive for the club, and we're really proud of that and we're all really excited for it. Obviously we're sitting tight waiting for the draw, but it's one that everyone's buzzing for, and it sends a really good vibe across the camp and keeps everyone going through the summer. Yeah, obviously it feels great to be recognised by the other coaches. Obviously we're in a very competitive league, so to be picked out by several different coaches is a really good feeling, but also I play in a team, so it's credit to my teammates as well who also make me look good. Obviously it's great to score goals, and I'd say the one against Hibs probably been my best one this season. Natalie gave me a nice layoff and obviously hit over the keeper just under the bar, so that was a good feeling. And it was quite an important goal because it was just as we were going into half time, so to then go in half time 5-1 up means that it was a comfortable second half. Yeah, it's good to be a role model, and it's good that young kids look up to you, and I think it's great in Scotland now that kids have the opportunity to come through a pathway and be a professional football player, because in past years that's never been achievable for them and now it is. So obviously my advice to any young player is to always just work hard and enjoy it and listen to older players or coaches and take everything on board, and just set yourself goals and targets and never look too far ahead, and believe that everything's achievable.
Many, many congratulations. We have moved up to the Gorgie stand because they're watering the pitch and we don't want to get wet yet. The penultimate award this evening is the SWPL Team of the Year. Now, there is no I in team, but there is a me if you look closely. This award is to recognise a team that has shown a high standard of performance throughout the season. Let's take a look at the nominees and see who the winner is.
SWPL Team of the Year. Sponsored by Nemeton TV. Aberdeen FC. Celtic FC. Glasgow City FC. SWPL Team of the Year. Sponsored by Nemeton TV.
My name's Morgan McQuaig and I'm exec producer of Nemeton TV. We are delighted to be sponsoring the SWPL Team of the Year at this year's awards. Just before I announce that Team of the Year, I'd like to just say a massive well done to all the other nominees, and without you this would not have been the most fantastic season that it has been, and congratulations for getting this far. But as is the way of things, there can only be one winner. The 2020-21 SWPL Team of the Year, sponsored by Nemeton TV, is the quite phenomenal Glasgow City FC.
A great team effort. And a good job too by the ground staff here who've turned off the sprinklers for us. The final award this evening is Service to Girls and Women's Football. This award goes to an individual who has shown or shows a tremendous amount of dedication to the development and progression of their team, club and the game as a whole. Let's find out who this year's winner is.
Service to Girls and Women's Football.
And on to one of my favourite awards of the evening. The winner of the Service to Girls and Women's Football Award for 2021 is the phenomenal Julie Fleeting.
I'm absolutely delighted. It was such a lovely email to get, and especially in times like this, it was something that I've done for so many years because I love the sport, not for any accolades that you can collect. And of course, when people do recognise the work that you've done within the sport, then I'm absolutely thrilled and delighted to be accepting it. Well, I'm from Coinnin, lived here for almost all of my life, played abroad on a few occasions, but always returned to co-winning. For me, it was just something special about football, and I spent all of my spare time in the street playing football, and then when I got a bit older, then right here at the park I would meet my friends straight after school and be here until it was dark. Well, when I first started playing, for me I was playing football just with my friends. I never imagined that there would be girls' teams or that I would be allowed to play in a boys' team. And then when the boys in my class at school asked if I would join their boys' club, as it were, I couldn't believe my mum and dad were going to let me go, and I was going to play in organised football, and I was the only girl in the league. They were called Cunningham Boys Club. For me, it was the opportunity to get on the pitch and play football, something I had only done with lampposts and your jumpers, and I was actually getting a strip, and I was part of a kind of organisation, and I was absolutely thrilled. And from there, maybe played there for 3 or 4 seasons before I joined a girls' team, and there wasn't many teams about, and you were just desperate to play football, and for me that's kind of where it all started. I think that the fact that we've had more girls out there to show people that it's still an opportunity, it's a great sport and it's not just for boys to play. I think the fact that there's more girls getting involved, more recognised, you see more girls' teams about, and now even when we were here there was a girl and a boy down playing, and years ago you would never have seen that, or it would have been very, very rare. So I think the fact that we now have a national team who are full of athletes, who are fantastic role models to the game, and it gives the opportunity for young girls when they're growing up, if they have an interest in football, they can look at these players and see that there is a pathway for them as well to go to the very top. I would really like to see the women's game continue to make the strides it is making at the moment. I think last season we could see that Rangers and Celtic had put a bit of money into their girls' team, their women's team, and allowed them to go full-time professional, which makes a massive difference. If you're not juggling your work or your studies, it does make a huge difference, and I would like to see other clubs. Of course, we don't have the same financial backing as these clubs do, but it would be great to see the league in Scotland become full-time professional, and we'll then see the difference that it has in those young girls aspiring to become top players. It's really, really special to be recognised for something that I've got so much love out of, so many memories from, and to be recognised now is a really, really special moment. I'm really touched, and I can't wait to share the news with my family and friends, because yeah, it is something that I'll remember for a long time, and something that I've been absolutely delighted to get the news of.
Service to girls and women's football.
So admirable, the dedication there. And in a very different year, that concludes the 2020-21 MG ALBA SWF Annual Awards. Huge congratulations to all of this year's winners. We hope you enjoyed this special awards show, but we look forward to actually seeing you in person when we return to our traditional event for 2021-22. Before we blow the final whistle, we've got an amazing highlights video of the season that showcases our partnership with MG ALBA. Thank you very much to all of the award sponsors, MG ALBA, and to you for watching. And also a very big thanks to Heart of Midlothian for hosting us here. But from Tynecastle, for now, bye-bye.